Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be making fingerboards. Like those little toys that people play with when they don't know how to actually skate. We're going to be making those, but out of wood, and they're going to be cool. So first thing you're going to need, bag of stuff, and scissors, pencil, and glue. And I do actually skate. I make real skateboards, and the process is pretty much the same. You're going to need some veneer, some thin strips of maple, or it doesn't really matter, but these are the ones I use for actual skateboards. And if you're making little fingerboards, you're going to need that wood. So here's one of the fingerboards I made already. Well, we had a problem. I tried to skate it in real life when I was like 8. This one's really old. I haven't touched these things in years, but I can't skate, so I decided to make a tutorial. So they look like this, but they're not broken, hopefully. This one's just beat up. They're usually better than that. So, in this bag of stuff, we got some old tech decks. You'll need those. You only need 2. You got that veneer. I found mine at my local hobby shop. Scissors, pencil, glue. I already went over that. That's the kind of glue I'm using. Gotta be wood glue. Got some clamps. These aren't very good clamps, but I don't know where my other ones went, so these might have to do. You're gonna want like a bunch of these instead of just one of these, but you need at least 3 clamps, and then you need a lighter. First off, you're gonna want to get your normal tech deck and turn it in to one with a bigger nose and tail, because the wood that's inside it is gonna be less bent than the tech deck itself. So you're gonna want to bend them up, and in order to do that, you get a normal tech deck, you get a lighter, and you lighter it. And then once it gets all hot and heated up and smells delicious, you bend that sucker up. You can adjust it however you want. I don't want it too much, otherwise it's stupid. Alright, ooh, that smells good. So once you've got the 2 boards, or tech decks, that you're going to use as your mold, you're going to want to get your veneer, wood, whatever you want to call it, and get those tech decks, like we have here. And with your pencil, you're going to want to trace around them. And conserve wood, otherwise you'll end up like me and have to use scraps. But I don't care, because I don't tech deck. I skate for real. Once you have all your things drawn out, you're going to want to cut them as close along lines as you can. So after you cut out all 6, or preferably 7, of your wooden skateboard veneer tech deck things, then you're going to want to pick the best one. The one you like the best, it's like the cleanest. And you're going to pick that as the bottom one, because the bottom one is the only one that really matters what it looks like. So I'm going to pick this one, and then on the top of it, you're going to put some glue on it and smudge it around, like this. You get your glue. You get it down there. And then you smudge it around. You don't want too much glue, you don't want too little glue. Just have it all evenly covered. And then, once you get that glued, you gotta find the next one. Doesn't matter which order it goes in. And then you put it right on top of that one. You don't put any glue on it. You just put the glue on the top of this one now. And repeat the whole process. You put glue, and then you smudge it around, and then you put the next one on until you get to the top, and then I'll show you what you do then. Okay, so here we have all the plies glued together, or with glue. You know what, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try only using one of these. So we have one, and then you clamp it on down. Yeah, I'm feeling this might work. Oh, I got on my new shirt. 2 there, and then 1 in the middle. At least 1 in the middle. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm going to put a little more glue around the edges and smooth it out, just to make sure all the gaps are filled. Alright, so I got glue everywhere, so this is going to probably be impossible to get out of the press. But it's all good. Now we wait like 24 hours. So tomorrow I'll show you. Alright guys, so here we are the next day. It's actually looking better than I thought. So, let's take these clamps off. So, got a little dent there, that's what I was afraid of, but grip tape's going there, so I don't care. I have to get the skateboard off, which might be the hardest part. Never mind. Okay, so here is our rough board. And I cheat at fingerboarding, or whatever this stupid sport's called. And I make the nose and tail huge, so it's a lot easier to do stuff. But that's the fun about it, is you can customize the board to whatever you want. So as you can see, it's super rough around the edges. So you're going to want to sand that down with either just normal sandpaper or a belt sander if you have one. So the two tools I'm using is this belt sander right here and this little handheld sander, which when you turn on it jiggles and sands for you. Oops. And obviously not everyone's going to have these tools, so you can just hand sand it if you want. It'll just take longer. So what I'm going to do is turn this thing on by jamming something in the trigger thing and just sanding away at the rough glue and unevenness of the board. So and then I got all the rough edges off, so now with this thing, with finer sandpaper, I'm just going to go over it again to make it all smoother. So once you have that done, and it's pretty smooth around all the edges, you're going to want to get super fine sandpaper and just hand sand it to get all the imperfections out. Okay, so this step is the hardest in my opinion. So you're going to need some super glue, Tech trucks, and a pencil. So what you're going to want to do is get one of the trucks and put it where you think it should go on the board, and just hold it there. And once you have the right one, mark it with the pencil front and back. So you have little markings. Get some super glue, put a little bit of it on the trucks, just enough to hold it there for a little, and then put it back in the markings. Like so, and hold it down until it dries. And this isn't permanent, this is just so you can clamp it down and drill the holes. And if you don't have a drill press, like over here, you need a super tiny drill. If you don't have this, then you can just leave them glued. Just put a lot more glue on it and they'll stick. Okay, so now that we have the trucks glued on, you're going to want to get your drill press. God, I say you're going to want to in every single clip, don't I? Okay, well, you're going to want to just get the drill, and if you don't have the drill, just glue them like I said, and just drill each one of the holes. This is the most precarious part, and this is where you're usually going to mess it up. So alright, so we got our holes, and if you want, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the trucks off, like just rip them off, because there's just a little bit of glue, and clear coat the whole thing, just so it gives it a better finish. So the reason I like doing this after I drill the holes is so that, because the holes are a little big, this stuff will fill up the holes and give the truck screws a little more to grip on, so they stay on better. So here's the grip, here's the board. I'm going to put it on. And then all you gotta do is drill the holes. And then, as you can see, you have holes. And that's how you make a fingerboard.